For today, the Blue Jays have clinched the postseason! We've clinched the postseason! Yes, we're in, baby. We're about to react to it, look at everything ahead, especially the wild card race for that #1 spot. And yeah, just like fucking celebrate. I'm your host, Adam Paddle.
I'm your host, Nicholas Blaylock, and it's been a long road, guys. We are literally like how many days are in there in September?
30.
Okay,
Yeah.
1 day away from October, but we finally get the good news, everybody. Like, what an absolute roller coaster of a season so far. And I mean, I know I'm talking like it's over now, and we've done everything that we need to do. That's obviously not the case. But
Yes.
it does feel good that it's like, okay, at the very least, you're gonna meet my expectations,
Yes.
which was,
Yes.
I wanted us to make postseason, because obviously last season was awful, this is extended playoffs, blah, blah, blah.
Woo!
We're there, we're gonna do it, we're at least gonna watch a postseason game with King Alec Manoah and the squad that we have right now, so that is very, very exciting.
Oh, yeah.
Get that champagne going, everyone.
This one goes out to all the boys on the Blue Jays. Goes out to all y'all being fans. Thank you for tuning in. Like, for those OGs, for everyone tuning in every single week, this one goes out to you guys.
Yeah, and I'm really hoping that we get to pop many more of these as
Yes.
we're winning series, and you know, it's
Yes.
like ALDS, ALCS, World Series. Like, we might drink a lot of fucking champagne if they do very well in the next little bit.
Damn right. So cheers, everyone. Cheers.
Woo! Let's go. All
All
right,
right.
everybody. All right, Blue Jays clinch the
Let's
wild
go.
card. Now, as Adam pours that, let me just run
Yeah.
you through it. I think a lot of you guys already know, but like, I'll just kind of lay out the scenario here. We don't know who we're playing yet. That's still to be decided. We also don't know what wild card spot we're going to be in. We do know for sure it's going to be one of the three. Yankees have already clinched the division, so that's theirs. GG Yankees, congratulations, whatever. But we're going to have one of the wild card spots,
Yeah.
which means that as far as opponents go, we could either be against the Rays, the Mariners, or the Cleveland Guardians, and in different scenarios, playing different people at different locations. So, you know, we might get Seattle or Tampa Bay at home. We could be in their ballpark. If we play the Guardians, we would 100% be in Cleveland. So there's a bunch of different scenarios here about who we're doing and where we're doing it. But at the very least, we are going to be there.
Yeah, we're in it for sure. Well, guys, personally, I mean, we have the baseball nerd saying, who do you want? I want whoever's going to face us in Toronto.
Yeah.
We're already in the #1 wild card spot. We know that home field advantage is quite an advantage for many ball clubs. And having the boys stay here, you know, rest up, be at home, get out of their own beds, and compete in a very competitive 3-game series. I want to be here. So right now, we would be facing the Seattle Mariners.
Yeah.
Because the #1 faces the #2. The #3 will face Cleveland, the division winner. What do you think about that right now, facing Seattle?
I mean, I've kind of come to terms with it. My ideal scenario, I think I've said it before, but it would be Tampa Bay coming to the Rogers Center. This is a close second for me, though.
Yeah.
I want to be at home. I don't necessarily love Seattle's squad. Like, I absolutely think that there is a reality that they could come in and just, like, fucking run through us. Like, they got some good players on that
We
team.
haven't beat them in a single series in the last 2 years.
Yeah, and I didn't even know that stat until right now, which is fucking scary.
We
you
haven't
know?
beat
like,
them.
They are absolutely very, very good at baseball, and they deserve to be in this situation.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, let's look at who we would face if we do beat them. We're looking at Yankees. We're looking at Houston. We're looking at, if we make it to the World Series, one of the Mets, Dodgers, Braves, like one of those
This is gonna be
elites,
very
you know,
hard.
St. Louis. So, when you consider it that way, Seattle immediately becomes the lesser of all of these evils, right? So it's like we kind of need to beat them.
Yep.
And I mean, like, I'm not gonna say like, oh, like I want Tampa, whatever, because like we could have Tampa and then just get absolutely fucking embarrassed by the Houston Astros, you know? So it's like, this is gonna be competition, and I'm gonna feel really proud if we're in Toronto, Seattle comes, and then we move on. We beat a good team and we move on. I'm going to feel really proud if we end up doing that.
Yeah, I agree. No matter what, guys. And we got another question here from the Minecraft player saying, how many games do we have to win to clinch home field? And now I was thinking about it. as I was trying to set up, it's hard. The math is hard because you also got to consider Seattle and Tampa Bay are very close. So honestly, it's going to be one of those things where it comes down to that Baltimore series
and
next week.
And it looks like Seattle's got an extra game than we do.
Yeah, they do. They do.
So yeah, they got an extra game, and then that all adds up, and it's like I don't really know. Basically, like how many games do we have left? Like 6.
We have 6 games.
6 games left. So yeah. I mean, if we win, I think like if we win 5, we're guaranteed. I think. Like I don't want to say we're guaranteed because if Seattle wins all of them, I think they would take it too. Yeah. But like you got to think like if we win 5, like we're doing very good. If we win 4, we're probably okay. Like probably. I don't want to say for sure, but it's like okay, like we're in a good spot. Like Seattle really had to pop off to take that then. And if we win 3, don't be surprised if we don't end up getting it.
Well, here's the thing. Like, let's dive a little deeper. Let's look exactly at Seattle. They're 5-5 in their last 10. They're going to be up against this weekend the Oakland Athletics, who are bad. They're 3-7 in their last 10. However, I was just looking at Detroit. Yeah, it's 4 games against Detroit, but they're doing well on a 6-game win streak. I don't know.
I wouldn't put too much weight on that. Like, let's face it, Detroit's got 63 wins to their name. Like, that's not a lot,
but I mean, hey, maybe they're doing something different. They're playing different people. They're popping off.
They're hot. They're hot for sure. But I mean, like they're look at that. They got a big E next to their name right now. Right. Like, so there's not a whole lot that they're playing for there. Like, I still chalk that up to being pretty easy competition, but I've come out and said before, anyone can beat anyone at any time in any league. Detroit could come in and wipe the floor with Seattle, but these are definitely easier matchups. Granted, for the Blue Jays, we got Boston Red Sox, who we've obviously handled this season for the most part.
Yeah.
And then we do have the Baltimore Orioles, and I'm kind of hoping by the time we get to that series, there's not a whole lot to play for. I do think that Baltimore is going to be a hard team regardless, because even if there's a big E next to their name...
Not yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Still alive.
They're still alive. But even if there is, in 3 games from now, like maybe they go on a 3-game losing streak, maybe Tampa, whatever, I still think that they are going to play, because that's a lot of young players on that team, and they kind of have something to prove, being like, hey... we're here. We're not going to make playoffs this year, but like we are going to be here for next year.
I mean,
so
you can use that same argument with the guys at Detroit, right? Maybe, because like it's the same thing. We're like, look, no one's going to give up. As much as we look at the standings, like, oh, that team's given up now. That team's given up. It's like, yeah, you're right. These are 2 very young teams, Detroit and Baltimore, that are like, well, I need a major league career. I'm not going to give up. Why would I give up? Yeah. I need to prove myself in this league, get more playing time on this team. So any game is still going to be hard. Now, that's something that now that we've clinched playoffs, now we have to start looking over, folks, at just getting that number 1 wild card spot, so it's going to be tough.
Hold up. I actually think, can we just go back? Now that we're on this train, like I was throwing out some numbers there, let's actually do the freaking math right now.
Okay.
So Seattle's got 7 games left. Seattle has 7 games. They have 85 wins.
Yeah.
If we finished with the same record, would they beat us?
That I don't know. I think if they beat...
What's
they
the
have
tiebreaker?
Is it
head-to-head
series?
or is it division?
That's what I don't know. I believe it's season series, so they would beat us.
Okay, so let's just assume... Somebody correct us in the chat if we're wrong about that, but let's just assume for right now that if we're tied, they would end up beating us. So they need 2 more W's to tie us.
Yeah.
Which would then leave them with 5 remaining games to our 6, assuming that they get those 2 W's. If they were to win out... If they were to win out and we were to win out, then we still win, because we'd still have 1 more W to their W's. If we were to win 3 and they were to win 5 out of their 7, they would win, because then they would tie us, and then they would have the tiebreaker there. So if we win 3 and they win... So if we win 3, there's actually a possibility. You know, so... But if we win 4, I'm feeling pretty good about it, because then they need to win 6 of their 7, and then that's asking a lot. So.
Yeah. Like, it almost seems like the magic number. Like, I have no idea how to add up and calculate magic numbers, but like, look, if they're gonna win out, that's 92 wins. If we're gonna win out, that would be 93 wins. So it almost feels like it's gonna come down to like the last day, last couple days.
I think that the magic number here would be it'd have to be 5, wouldn't it?
I don't know. That's too much thought for my brain right now.
I'm pretty sure it is, but whatever. Like, regardless, Now you guys know if we win 3, they would still need to be really good and win
Yeah.
5 of their 7 to take it. But like
That's just heads up against Seattle because
yeah,
we're not even counting for the Tampa Bay Rays
right now. The Tampa Bay Rays are doing their own thing. I'm not even thinking about them right
But
now.
regardless, folks, we need to win, and it starts tonight against the Boston Red Sox.
There you go. Ifgar says magic number 5. Yeah.
Magic number 5. Okay, perfect.
So 5 W's
for the Mariners only, or
I think that would be we're just looking at the
Just
Mariners,
the
there,
Mariners.
and then like Seattle or like Tampa would be some different thing,
Okay,
you know.
okay.
So either way, 5. If we win 5 games, we absolutely clinch number 1. And they got to lose too. So let's just really hope that they lose and we win.
All right, sounds good. Okay,
Yeah.
so we actually have a Patreon guest coming on. He's right there in the chat. I just got reminded. It's Abba Edgar. So everyone shout out Abba Edgar. He's a Patreon member.
Yeah. Shout out to Abba, dude. This guy is an awesome Patreon member. He's been a Patreon member for a while. He also donates a ton during the live streams, which you really, really appreciate. So let's get him on the freaking phone and hear what he's got to say.
Let's do it. I'm going to try to hold it up as close as possible. Speaker is dead.
Hey, Adam.
Hey, Abba. Welcome to the show, man. Great to have you.
You too. Happy Friday, boys.
Happy Friday.
What up, dude? Blue
What up,
Jays
Nate?
clinch feels pretty good, man. This is like a nice way to kick off the weekend right here.
Yeah.
How's the wine?
Oh, it's actually pretty good.
It's not bad, you know.
It's
like
not bad.
this is like a sweeter like
Prosecco.
champagne prosecco that we're
Yeah.
drinking right now. And usually I don't go for that, but like this is okay. This is
Yeah.
okay. So we're happy with it so far.
That's good. That's good. I saw your playoff there or conversation about how many the Jays need to win.
Yeah.
So they need to have more wins than Tampa and Seattle to
Right.
have home field advantage because they lost the season series to both teams.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So if they have one loss, then if Seattle wins more than them, they got to go to Seattle. If they tie with Seattle, they got to go to Seattle. If they tie with Tampa, they got to go to Tampa.
Wow.
Yeah.
So if we all finish in a tie, then we actually end up being 3rd in the wild card,
my.
which would be
Exactly.
just nuts.
Oh, my gosh.
Exactly. But
Oh.
we'll play Cleveland.
Yeah, and see that's the thing. At first, I wanted to play Cleveland back in early September, but now they're hot.
Yeah.
They've won 9 of their last 10, and they are on fire. Also, shout out really quick to Toronto Yardy for the donation. Shout out, my man. We're gonna get to your question in just a moment, my guy.
Yeah. I don't think we can. I don't want to deal with Cleveland. I don't want to go on the road. I don't want to deal with a team that actually has more wins than we do now. Believe it
Yeah.
or not. Like, I'm like,
Yeah.
how did that happen? I
but
definitely
remember,
don't want to go in that scenario.
I hate to say this, they play in the Central Division.
This is
Oh,
true.
yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
hear what you're saying, man.
Yeah,
I hear what you're
yeah.
saying. But
Okay.
but like
They-
still 88 wins. Like they've
They've
dealt
got
with some
good
teams.
pitching and sneaky good offense. I mean, you know, this is just biased for me, but I really have been watching Stephen Kwan on that team, and obviously you got the Canadian boy Josh Naylor, you got Jose
Right.
Ramirez. They got some good pop in that lineup, some good consistent bats all throughout, and then that pitching is just carrying them.
Yeah,
So.
I think honestly,
we-
Abba, like on
Yeah.
paper, Cleveland might be like. I think they're definitely worse than us on paper. It's just the
Yes.
fact that they're so hot and they'd have home field that kind of
Mm-hmm.
scares me a bit.
No, I agree. You know, Terry Francona is an amazing manager. They got great bench managers. You know, they went up and down through things all season long. They connected together really well, right? They molded really well as a good team. But I don't know how we did during the season series against them. That was my question to you
Yeah,
guys.
Oh,
I have a feeling like I remember we went into Cleveland and we lost that series, but I don't know when they came here. Did we win that one?
Yeah.
So I know for sure we lost, but I
can't
remember it being
remember.
tough. I remember it being a very tough matchup.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I still believe, I think the Jays play at home. I believe they can make it to the division round,
Yeah.
right? I do not know if they can pass Houston or the Yankees because we got embarrassed by the Yankees.
We
Really?
did.
100%,
Yeah,
dude.
we did.
Yeah, and absolutely. Like there was a time there. There was a window. It was that August period where Yankees, they looked beatable, right? Like Houston's never looked beatable. Not once this
No.
season has Houston looked beatable. They've been incredible. But there was a moment there where the Yankees were like, "Oh, maybe we
they're
could beat
slipping.
them. Maybe they're slipping." And then everything kind of changed, and they just went on a crazy hot streak. Regardless, we are 1,000% going to be the underdog going into
Yes.
the ALDS. I still think
Yes.
it's possible, but you're right. It's going to be an uphill battle for sure.
Let me ask you guys a question. Just
For
an
sure.
honest question.
Yeah.
Do you think Boba Shed is a shortstop of the future? That's my only question. I believe he's not.
Well, yeah, honestly, I am giving him a bit of slack just because of I've seen shortstops come out throughout baseball. And defensively, you know, that's the big shocker for me. It's like the defense has been struggling. Last year was definitely struggling. This year started off really poor, gotten a bit better, but still not in the place where we want it to be on a championship team. A championship shortstop player needs to be fundamentally sound in the shortstop position. But I'm going to give him like a bit more time. No one's not really knocking at the door right now, so you kind of have to give him time. I think the bat will come around eventually. So for me, I still have hope that it's going to happen, but it's going to need to be in the next couple of years. And you need to see more improvements in the defense and some more consistency with us at bat with a better plate approach, not swinging at sliders, because you have to start realizing, I mean, I'm watching it. It's easier for me to say it from my couch.
For sure.
But when you see sliders in the dirt, you know it's coming, and he's offering it anyways. But that's his approach. I'm not going to try and change it, but regardless, my point being, give him some time to make those minor adjustments, and he will be.
I'm not worried about his offense. I'm worried about his defense, because I'm saying to you is, let's say this, we're in the playoffs, he make a critical error at him. Do you still believe in him?
I think I'm going to be frustrated, which will be probably a common theme. And now, okay, how about this? Let me rephrase that. Okay, if he makes a critical error, which then costs us the game, and then all I'm seeing for the next 4 months is highlights of that error, then maybe my opinion might change. Maybe the media gets to me.
The reason I'm saying that is he could be another Elvis Andrews. Remember Elvis Andrews against us in the playoffs?
Oh, no, don't say
I
that.
have to throw it out there. I have to throw it out there.
Yo, honestly, Abba, like, I think you have an actual point there, man. Like, there is serious potential for him to do that, and I think for me personally, like, I would love to have the shortstop be maybe the best defensive player in that infield, right? Like, that is a really hard position to play, but if you have an elite there just locking everything down, it just makes it so much harder offensively, and we've seen time and time again players squeaking away with hits and Bo making errors and the ball going over fucking Vladdy's head. If we see that in the postseason, I am going to have serious doubts, and I might hop on the train with you, man, because it's been now, like, what? 3 full years?
3 full years.
Yeah. 3 full years for sure, and a little bit of change there for him to, like, get elite at defense. And yes, there's been improvements, but it's been happening at such a slow rate. It's like, at one of these times, you just want to be like, please, just, like, be elite for, like, a month straight, lock it all down. I'm not, like, picking one side or the other here, Abba, but his play in the postseason, his play in the coming, like, little stretch here, it's going to influence me a lot about what my opinion is going into next year.
Yeah, I'm not like trashing him. I'm just concerned, right? So if you give, everybody said, oh, you know, like I listened to Blue Jays after the game there on Sportsnet, right? Yeah. I listened to them. They always say Boba says, you know, he's not going to be moved. And then after he made a bunch of errors, I think he has 24 errors this season, right?
Yeah.
So what they're saying is his footing. Like, he rushed too fast. He doesn't plan his feet to throw the ball to first base, so that's why all is bouncing. But they brought Chapman in to support him to do that.
Yeah.
But now he's cutting. In the last 2 weeks, he keep cutting Chapman to get to those balls, and that's why he keep making those mistakes, because he's not very good. So what I'm saying is move him to second, sign Carlos Correa, get him to come with, you know, George Springer, right? You got the money, just do it. You want to win, you got to pay as the Dodgers. That's all. If you don't want to win, pay Bo, keep him a shortstop, pay Vladdy, keep him a first, and then good luck.
Honestly,
okay.
I love that idea.
Yeah, like, I'm absolutely not going to hate on that idea, because that sounds phenomenal to me. Let's assume for a second that the management doesn't want to go crazy with the money right now. I'm not saying that they won't. Let's just play this game of assuming that they don't do that. And Carlos Correa is, like, not on the market for us, or one of those $100 million guys isn't in the budget for us. Then what do you do? Like, Do you sign Bo long term to be the guy? Do you have Orelvis Martinez come up and learn that position, and he does that? Do you move Espinal over there? Like, what would your plan of action be then, Abba?
Martinez is going to be the third baseman to replace Chapman when Chapman's gone after 2023.
Okay.
Right.
And then I think what they can do, they can trade for a shortstop, right? It seemed like Travis Story's not very happy in Boston. There may be, they signed for 1 year, maybe gone. I have no idea. But what I'm saying to you is you can't win with that defense. You can't win even with Hernandez in right field.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, my gosh.
So, like I'm saying, I'm just telling the pros and cons of the team. They're very talented, but they're not showing it every day.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I do hear you, man, and it does feel like if we get knocked out, it very likely could be one of those things where it's like it's just a game where there's lapses of fucking concentration, and it's just like we're going too hard almost.
That's what worries me.
Mistakes.
That's what worries me when I see a lot of these guys when the lights are on, and I'm gonna just say this for everybody, just like as a statement, like this postseason will tell a lot about the Blue Jays, because when the lights are on in the regular season, it seems like they're coming out of their mechanics with their swings. They're over extending plays that they shouldn't be making. Like instead of eating the ball, they're throwing it. They're trying to make the hero play, causing errors. Defense making mental mistakes, like you're saying. Like it really does seem like this postseason is going to tell a lot about this team. And I think whatever we see this postseason, the management's going to make the moves to try and fix that, whether it be defensively, bringing in another special guy, or offensively. Who knows? Maybe pitching. Who knows? This is going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot going on this postseason.
Yeah, we're going to learn a lot in the next week or a few weeks.
Yeah, I agree with Buck Martinez saying, have you done everything you can to help your team win? If you go home and you look yourself in the mirror and you know you didn't do that, then why are you getting paid?
That's true.
That's true,
That
man.
is true.
That is true. First things first, bro.
I want to finish. I want to ask you about the Aaron Judge home run.
Yeah.
Do you think Tim Mayza should have walked him or pitched to him?
Walk.
Yeah,
I was saying it during the live stream too. I was like, man, just walk him now. Don't throw him anything good. And he threw a fastball on the right where he likes it, and here we are.
Yeah, I mean, that's no disrespect to Tim Mayza whatsoever at all. Like, I think Tim Mayza is really good, and I like that we have him on the team. But you're dealing with a different animal in Aaron Judge, and I don't, maybe this is my bias, but I didn't really have a lot of respect on whoever they were batting to, Cabrera, somebody who's like a nobody, basically. Like, just walk Aaron Judge and hope for the best, man. Like,
especially after the runners advanced in that at bat. They went to second and third.
The base was open.
The base was open. It's a no-brainer now.
No point to do otherwise. But yeah, that was our opinion.
I think that was the worst John Snyder's management, right? For the first time, his first mistake.
Yeah.
Because the whole other games before Kevin Gausman game and the game even with Jose Barrios, they were really like trying to get him to get himself out, right? And then they decided, oh, you know what? Why would you bring a lefty to face a righty?
Yeah, I did notice that too. I was trying to think, well, is there a matchup thing? But then I realized, wait, there is no matchup thing because it's only Aaron Judge you've got to worry about.
Yeah.
Right?
And remember, in game one, they said they brought Meza up and they knew he was going to be walked, right? And that's what they did in game one because Tim Meza came in and they walked him anyway, right? He was going to walk Judge and not going to throw to him in game one, right?
Right.
In the extra inning. So I didn't get the thought of game three. I was mind blown. He threw him a fastball down the middle.
Right.
Yeah, and it was right down the middle. Like, clearly, I don't know if he chose to do that or he missed or whatever. I mean, it's history now, but like, that was the game. That was the game when that happened. So now we know if we play them in the ALDS, do not pitch to Aaron Judge unless you really, really have to.
Unless bases are loaded.
Yeah.
I think he's going to get $500 million. I really do.
Very possible, man. It is very possible.
I can't wait to see that contract. That's going to be so much fun in the offseason. I know it's postseason right now, but like, man, that's going to be a great conversation.
That's going to be the funnest thing to cover is Aaron Judge.
Yeah.
You know why I say that, right? Do you know why I say that?
Why?
Right?
What's up?
Because they have Turner from the Dodgers shortstop, right?
Yeah.
You got Justin Verlander as a free agent. You have potential Correa being free agent. You got Carlos Rondon maybe free agent. And last year had Matt Scherzer getting about $41 or $42 million, right?
Yeah.
And he pitched every 5 days, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, it's gonna be a lot of money, bro.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a lot of
61
money.
home runs warrants a lot of money.
Yeah, being one of the best. Literally, I've seen headlines of this being the best hitting season of all time.
Yeah.
And yeah, that deserves quite a lot, more than I'll ever see.
100%. Abba, thank you so much for hopping on, dude, and chatting with us. Final thoughts. What is your like locked in wild card prediction for the Jays? Who are we playing, and are we making out of it alive?
So my prediction, I think right now, because Seattle has this easy schedule, and I think they can turn things around, especially if Julio Rodriguez come back.
Yeah.
Right. So I think they're probably going to be number 2, and I think we're going to be number 1, because I think we're going to sweep Boston. I hope we sweep Boston.
Yeah.
So,
We better. If we don't, man, like, what are we? Are we a playoff team?
imagine Boston sweep us.
Oh
God.
my
Don't
God.
put that in the universe, Abba. I cannot handle it.
We're gonna have a panic attack tonight if we lose.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we can win at home in the wild card round. We have to win game 1. So if Manoah's gonna do game 1, we have to win it, and Gausman should clean it up in game 2. But my idea was put Gausman 1, put Manoah 2. The reason I say that is because Gausman been in the playoff and Manoah never has. That's my only argument.
I hear you on that one too, dude. Like, I personally, I wouldn't say, I don't know if I'm one way or the other. Like, I wouldn't necessarily say do that or don't do that. But I wouldn't be upset if they decided to go that route. You know, like, I understand that level of thinking.
Yeah.
You know, Kevin Gausman has absolutely been there before with some really good squads. You know, like, the moment is not going to be too big for him. I don't think that would be too big for Manoah either.
Yes.
But you're right. Like, it might be good for him to be, like, watching it from a sense and just see what Kevin Gausman does first, and then come out and, you know, you're still going to play in a critical game. But, I mean, if they flip-flop it, I don't really care. We're still going to get our 2 best pitchers, and they will be on the mound.
And then you think if it goes to a game 3, Stripling, that's an easy choice?
I have to be a stripper. I can't watch Jose Brios. I'm sorry. I just
can't
can't
do
watch
that.
him.
No more Brios.
And Mitch White, I had hope after first game he pitched with us.
Yeah.
Right? And then after that, it just flush in the toilet. Like, I'm afraid, if they go to best out of 5, right? I don't even know what they're going to do.
We've talked about it. We don't
Game 4
even know.
is going to be a big shit show, man.
Whatever that game 4 is, it's just a concoction of Blue Jay
Honestly,
pitchers.
like, I would be chalking it up to an L. Like, like, that's going to be an L. So.
Anyways, Abba, so great to have you on. We always appreciate all your comments, your donations, and your time, and honestly your wisdom. Like, when I talk to you, I'm like, man, like this guy should be on this panel, not us. Like, you got great opinions, man. So thank you.
No, thank you guys. I love baseball and I love your show. I love both of you guys. I think you guys are amazing. And I apologize I didn't make it to Toronto. Family things happened. My dad's sister passed away. Grandma passed away. Work got crazy, so I just couldn't make it. I apologize.
That's
Not
all
at
good.
all, dude. Life definitely happens and it gets in the way, but we really appreciate you, Abba, and we hope that the Blue Jays do great, and we see you in all the live streams moving forward, man.
Thank you, guys, and go Blue Jays, go!
Go Jays, go, baby!
Let's go,
There you go.
guys! That was Abba Edgar. Shout out to Abba Edgar,
Got
guys.
some serious wisdom in that noggin over there.
Oh,
Abba.
yeah.
That guy knows what he's talking about. He
does.
brought up some good points about the defense, and you know what? Honestly, dude, as we were talking to him, I was getting some fucking scary visions right there.
Oh no,
Just,
of the defense?
You know, I'll be honest, guys. So I always make analogies like this. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Of my football team. I'm a big Green Bay Packers fan, as a lot of these OG fans know. And all last year, we had a phenomenal team, a great team. It was awesome, MVP, good defense. But the conversation always was, it's like, when is this special teams gonna come bite us in the ass? When is it gonna come? And I mean, and as he was talking there about the defense, I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
Is the same thing gonna happen? Where it's like, we've been talking about it, and we keep being like, no, it's fine. You'll be okay, you know. But eventually, it's like, is it gonna rear its fucking ugly head and lose us a game in a critical situation? And I don't want it to happen, guys, because that playoff game I had to watch back in February, whenever it was horrible, and I do not want that for us as a Toronto Blue Jays fan to see to see like
Yeah.
Bo botch the ball and Julio Rodriguez round the bases, or you know what I mean? It'd be horrible.
Right.
It'd be so horrible, man.
Well, here, let me throw this out to you, because I know, like, it's Bo Bichette in particular, because obviously leads the team in a lot of defensive mistakes.
I think he might lead the league in a few of them too, potentially.
But according to this website, which I've never looked at before, I just looked up defensive runs saved.
Yeah, this is lit. Yo, honestly, just like sidebar for a second, this website looks like it belongs in like 2008.
Yeah, no, for
you
real.
know, like it's a
old.
one-page like fucking Excel sheet. Anyways, keep going.
I believe it though, because I know Phillies have a horrible defense.
Yeah.
Nationals have Kansas City horrible defense. We're eighth. We're eighth in defensive runs saved. So I think overall, I mean, you look at like in terms like look at these other playoff teams here, bang, 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 bang.
Right.
Diamondbacks. Wow, it's shocking.
What are you doing there?
Orioles are really good, but actually they have a good defense.
Right.
But look, I mean, we're not bad, but Abba's right. If it does come down,
Oh shit, dude. Okay,
What?
I don't know exactly what all this stuff means. These are weird numbers here. But look at the shortstop and go down, and there's a big -16 right there.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
There you go.
You have to imagine that's a bad thing.
That means we've given them 16 runs throughout the course of the season based on
from our
the
shortstop play.
Yeah. Well, let's take a look. Look at this. -1 from pitchers. That's whatever. Who cares?
Catchers are great.
Look
Look
at
at
that.
that.
Catcher's amazing.
Yeah, we're getting them out.
Vlad's doing
Vlad's
great
good.
stuff.
You know, like
Espinal.
Surprise.
It's been in and out though.
Yeah.
It's Kevin Biggio.
Kevin Biggio
and,
fucks
yeah.
it up sometimes for sure.
Yeah.
Chapman's just, I guess,
kinda
doing
shocking.
what he does,
Doing
so
what he
that's
does.
fine.
Wow. Oh, in and out again.
Right.
Stringer's been hurt and people come in and out. That's Teoscar Hernandez, and this is the Lord and company. So yeah. No, it is shocking a little bit, actually.
Interesting.
Wow.
Interesting.
There you go, folks. There you go.
Yeah, so I definitely do not want to have those highlights because that is going to hurt. Like, can you imagine if like the game-winning play is that Simber shit that happened the other night?
Oh my god.
It's
the
like that-
Simber shit. That was 2 runs given up
Yeah,
right there.
yeah. You know, it's like those are the go-ahead. You know, it's like I'd kill myself. You know, it's like that's
if we
it.
were live for that, and I just saw and the Seattle Mariners,
And Simber's
they're going
like-
to the ALDS.
Yeah, it's like Julio Rodriguez is screaming, you know, like Robbie Ray is like fucking like going
Fuck
nuts, you know, yeah. It's like Vladdy's like in the dugout, like, you know.
Oh no, Vladdy be at first, like.
Yeah, like, or no, he's like sitting like this, bro.
Yeah,
He's like
sitting
like
down
this, like,
on
he's
his
like-
ass, like
he's
just like, I don't
"Oh."
believe it.
Yeah.
And Simber's just like, oh my god, I don't even know what happened. Kirk's looking out like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Like, it'd just be so awful. It'd just be so fucking awful, and like, I just don't want to have to go through that, guys.
Yeah,
So
no.
that is the I guess like the pros and the cons of being a postseason team now. You know, it's like now once we get there, like it all really does matter. You know, I think a lot of the times, like during the live streams, like I especially chalk it up as like, okay, we fucked up, but it's fine. Like we're gonna make postseason, and we did. You know, it's like we actually did what we were supposed to do. Like, but if we fuck up in the playoffs,
It's over.
There's no reset button. You know, there's no 100 more games to play. Like
It's over.
You're done.
That's
so.
it, and that's what I'm saying. Like this postseason is gonna magnify every single thing that we do. Every single Vlad swing and miss slider strikeout.
Yeah.
Every single Kevin Biggio looking at a fastball in the inside corner. Every single Bo Bichette fuck up defensively is gonna really stain an entire season of the Toronto Blue Jays.
High highs,
Yep.
low lows.
Yep. Well, when I think about Jose Bautista in 2015, like he was a good player for us in 2015. Like wasn't the best because Donaldson was clearly the man there, and Edwin was really
Edwin was
good,
phenomenal. You know.
right? And then and then we had David Price, everyone else. So he wasn't like the guy, but I look at that entire season of 2015. I think Jose Bautista and Josh Donaldson.
I think that's
but
the memory.
That's
you
the
know?
memory.
That's
and,
it.
And so, how do you want to be remembered, Blue Jays? Do you want to be remembered as winners?
Think about how Texas remembers that.
Oh, dude.
You know, like
that's
think
their
about how
entire
they.
franchise.
Yeah.
They had a great team.
Yeah.
Both of those years, they had a great team.
Yeah.
And they sunk.
Think about that,
They
you know,
sunk.
like that's like a fucking level of awfulness that you never want to have to go through, you know,
No.
that would be like that, what they did there, actually not as bad, but that's like the Falcons like 28-3 blow up, you know, in the Super Bowl sort of
Right,
thing. Like
right.
it's over, like we're done forever now. Like,
Yeah.
we can never play football.
Also,
big shout out to Abba Edgar, who just donated $50 right here, saying nice nice baseball talk. You guys are awesome. Thank you for having me. We don't have it right now, but your name's obviously going to go right on the dono wall right there when we do go live in a little bit. So thank you and shout out to Abba Edgar for that massive donation, dude. It is always a pleasure having you on, man. And we hope for you to be like watching along with us during this postseason run. Hopefully it's a deep one. So.
Yes, I agree. And speaking of going live, we want to go for like another 5 minutes, then we'll flip over.
I want to play Wordle because people like that, and I really like that too.
Oh, so. I saved it. Right. I've got it in my...
Oh, yeah, okay, cool.
Not history. It's going to be bookmarks. Swingle. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Y'all know the game. Swingle right here. We have to guess a baseball player. You guys give us some prompts.
Can we change the filters, or is that...
Position...
Or...
oh, yeah. Let's get rid of bullpen. Is that what you're suggesting?
I don't know what I was suggesting.
Oh, wait, no, it's only pictures.
Keep it all the same.
Keep it all the same.
Okay. I'm not sure what I was talking about.
All
right, everybody. What's the first player?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Well, who have we talked about? Bo Bichette, we've talked about
Julio Rodriguez a bit today. Talked about Aaron Judge a little bit. Aaron Judge just hit the 61st home run.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, any one of those guys I'm down for. You could just shoot a complete shot in the dark and go with somebody completely random.
Well, let's do Bo Bichette. Why not? Because he's been like kind of the subject matter tonight.
All right, everybody. This will be the #1 guy right here.
And throws right, bats right.
There we are.
Taller, 6 foot, does not play shortstop. And I think the Swingle does highlight the position based on like
I believe so as well, everyone. So, if you guys have never done this before, let us know in the chat who is the next player that we should do. As we can see, he bats and throws right, and that's pretty much all we know other than what he isn't. So we know that he's not in the AL.
Yeah.
So he's got to be in the NL.
He could be
a pitcher. He could be an outfielder.
Yeah.
He's going to be older than 24. He's going to be at least 26.
Okay. Marcelo Ozuna.
Oh, God. How about, I mean, Mookie Betts would be a good one.
Mookie Betts would be a good one. Yeah, he's a righty.
I think he's a righty and he throws right as well. So Mookie Betts would definitely be one.
Yeah, number higher. All right, guys. You guys throw it in the chat.
Yeah, if you're not going to throw it in, then we're going to go Mookie Betts.
Mookie Betts.
Mookie Betts going once. Going twice.
Mookie Betts. Boom. Okay, so yes, he is in he's in the NL West.
Okay, but not on the Dodgers and doesn't play right field.
Okay.
So probably a pitcher at this point. And it looks like he's older. Well, he could be in the happy medium there, but let's say older.
Yeah.
Let's go with a 31-year-old pitcher right now who throws right. Who's not on the Dodgers. How about, what does Darvish throw?
I think he throws right, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't actually know, so I'm just going to say that. I know he's older, and I know he's not on the Dodgers. I know he's a pitcher.
I think his number is lower than 50. His numbers are so hard for other teams.
No idea. No idea.
Darvish seems right.
Yeah. Let's do
it. All right, guys. You guys got to throw out your suggestions here. Boom. Yes, he does the right, but he is younger than 35, so it looks like he's like 34.
And he's got to be 34, and he's a pitcher. Not on the Padres, not on the Dodgers, so he could be a Giant. Oops. He could be a Rocky.
Mm-hmm.
He could be an Arizona Diamondback.
Carlos Rodon, he's old.
No, he's not. He's not that old. 34-year-old who is going to be...
Bumgarner?
That's not a bad guess.
Bumgarner.
That's really not a bad guess, actually. That's really not a bad guess.
Bumgarner. Madison Bumgarner. Cubs? It can't be the Cubs because the Cubs are in the Central.
Gonna have to be one of these other teams. Guess it.
Let's do it. Okay, so not on the Diamondbacks. He's 32, so he's got to be between 30. Is he 33
or 34? He's 33 or 34.
Oh, what?
Shitballs. Wow, why are they on the teams that I don't like?
Yeah, right. The Rockies? Who the fuck's on the Rockies?
Who the hell's on the Rockies?
Oh, man, it's going to be someone ridiculous.
Who the hell's on the Rockies?
Who's on the Rockies? So it's Rockies or
Padres.
No, not Padres.
Not Padres. Giants.
Oh my God.
Who the hell's on the Giants?
These are teams I don't pay attention to this year.
Yeah. What the hell? I hate it when they do this to us. Guys, this is why we need your help.
Who? Cahool? I don't know how old this man
I
is. You know what I'm
don't
talking about? But that's the only name I can think of that's on the.
Herman Marquez is not old
You
enough.
think he's old? Yeah, he's young.
He's not old enough to be that.
Cool. That's the only guy I know on the Rockies pitching
I
staff.
don't know that. I don't know that.
Yeah, it's
know
stuff from
that.
fantasy.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like when you're not in fantasy, it's
I
like
don't
I'm
know
not
you.
gonna ever pick you up or own you or know about you. You know, like.
All right, well, we got Carlos Rodon. He's too young.
Yeah, he's too
Okay,
young.
Honestly, it's the only guy I know.
I don't even know how to
Is he
spell
even
that.
here?
I don't know, man. Like
Kalu. Who's on these teams?
Chad Cool. That
Chad
is who it
Cool. But he's not even. He's like so not known. John Gray, but he's on the Texas Rangers.
is. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow, this sucks.
What the fuck is it? Is it gonna be one of their dumbass bullpen guys? Like.
What about? Oh, he's older. I was gonna say Bard, Daniel Bard.
Yeah, he's older.
older.
I was thinking about him.
Ah, this sucks.
Oh my god. Yeah,
I
actually,
can't
I
think.
literally have no
I have no
idea.
clue.
I have no idea.
I have
at
no
this
clue,
point.
guys.
You guys let's just start putting things. Okay, well, let's just figure out what team they're on. So, like, let's just
Yeah.
guess someone from a team
Okay.
of the Rockies or the whatevers.
Yeah, Chris Bryant.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah, this will tell us. So
All
it's
right,
a
they're
Rocky.
on the Rockies. They're on the
Fuck.
Rockies. Gotcha.
God damn it. All right, they're on the Rockies, and we have 3 guesses left, everybody. It's a Rockies pitcher who's 33 or 34. It can't be Marcus Stroman, Joseph Doughton.
Oh.
33 or 34-year-old who is a Rocky. Like, are you kidding me?
I don't know any of these
Like,
Rockies. All I know
as
is Marquez,
if
bro.
I give a crap.
Who's
you know?
on the Rockies? The Chad Cole's not even like in here.
Who the hell is on the Rockies? Like, who's their rotation?
I don't know.
I actually don't know.
I don't know.
I literally have no idea.
I know Marquez and Chad Cool.
I have no idea who their rotation is.
Senzella?
Whatever.
Yeah.
Guess it.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, he was
Oh.
on the Rockies.
Oh my
I don't even
God.
know, bro. I don't even
Oh
know.
my god.
It can't be Bard. I think Bard's older than 35.
Oh.
So this sucks.
We're not like I
No, we're not gonna
won't
get
be
it.
able to get this
We're
unless
not
you
gonna
guys get it.
Oh
for
wait,
us.
we can show silhouette. Who's this?
You guys, does that help anyone?
Who is
Is
that?
that helping anyone? Is that doing stuff
Come
for you
on, guys. We need to know. We need to know. Okay, fuck it. Let's just put Bard.
Whatever.
Whatever. Let's just do it. Okay.
Yeah, well, we knew that. We knew that.
Okay. Last one. Someone.
Ugh.
It can't be.
It
John
can't
Gray's
be
on
John
the
Gray.
Rangers now.
Alex
Colome.
Colome. Oh my god. Do this for us. Do this for
Come
us.
on, come on. Yes! Let's go! Matthew Hayward!
Matthew
with
Hayward
the guess.
with the freaking elite
Oh, coming in there.
performance. That was clutch hitting right
That
there
was so clutch.
from Matthew Hayward. Wow.
All right,
Shout
guys.
out.
Shout out Matthew Hayward, and shout out to all y'all coming into the stream. We're going to be going live in literally 15 minutes right over there, so it might be a little bit late because we got to move the set around. But, yeah, we'll be still enjoying our champagne.
I gotta eat some dinner too.
Nick's got to eat dinner. He's got to cram it in him. So, yeah, guys, we'll see you guys shortly. Podcast is on our channel. We've got the live stream there, too, so check it all out, guys. Thank you so much for watching.
And
Go, Jays, go!